Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I am here with the books that I read in the month of December. So, this is going to be an interesting video because number one, I'm zoomed in and I did not realize I was zoomed in. I think I had gone into this one right after I finished my November. I just went ahead and knocked them both out. And when I do like my close up of my flip through, I zoom in so you guys can see it better, and I forgot to zoom back out, so I apologize for that. You can still see everything I'm doing, so it's not like a huge deal, but it is just a little bit closer. And you can see my buffalo chicken dip there that my husband made me, because he made me some buffalo chicken dip that day, and I loved him so much for it. so, so pardon this hot mess of a video. This is it. Okay, so for the month of December, the other thing about this video is that it's gonna cut off before I finish all my books, and that's because my memory became full and I didn't realize it. So I just kept going and then looked at my camera and I was like, oh man, how long has that been off? so I think I get through majority of them, but there's going to be a couple that I'm going to need to talk you through at the end, which is totally fine. So I will just do the voiceover here until I can't anymore. And then when it cuts off, I will come to you live and I will share the rest of the books that I wasn't able to show you the process for, but it's really not that many. I think I get through most of them. Yeah. So, okay, first one is Last Breath by Karen Slaughter. This is a novella. If you are a Karen Slaughter fan, this is a novella that follows The Good Daughter, which is a full novel that she wrote. And this just tells a little bit more about one of the characters in that book. So it was really good. It was a novella, so I read through it really quickly. It wasn't spectacular, so I only gave it 4 stars. I didn't really feel like, it was a must or anything, but it was good. It was Karen Slaughter. She's one of my favorite authors, so it was good. And then the next book that I read was, oh my gosh, this book, you guys, No Exit by Taylor Adams. If you guys like scary books, if you like isolation books, if you like books that are going to shock you, if you like a little bit of gore, this is the book for you. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I went into this not really knowing too much about it, and it floored me. I could not put it down. It was so good. This follows a young woman who's in college, I believe, in Colorado, and she is traveling home to see her mom. Something had happened with her family, so she's heading home to spend some time with them. And she gets stuck in a snowstorm, like a really bad snowstorm to the point where her car cannot go anymore. So she has to pull over at a rest area to kind of wait out the storm until it's safe to drive again. And she comes upon this rest area, and there are a few other people who are there, who are taking shelter as well. And some things happen, you guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So let's just say she sees something in one of their cars that is very disturbing. And so she's trying to figure out who it is and what's happening. And oh my gosh, it was so good. I don't want to give too much away, but it was really fantastic. So that is a book I would definitely highly recommend if you like that kind of stuff. It was great. So this one, I really like that little map card that I found. I thought that was great because, she's on a road. And then I found that little die cut with a map as well. I have discovered I really like books that are set in kind of an isolated area where, someone is there and for whatever reason, they can't get out. Whether it's like Mother Nature or whatever. I really seem to enjoy those. They tend to be, pretty intense. So really, really liked this one a lot. And I'm enjoying my chicken dip, aren't I? Makes me want some more. Buffalo chicken dip is one of my favorite things right now. It is so good and so easy to make. It's like ridiculous. If you guys are interested, I'll leave the recipe in the description for that. We've made it so much. Even Kaylin really loves it. We've made it so much lately, I can do it with my eyes closed now. So if you're interested in chicken buffalo dip, I will leave the recipe in the description so you guys can make it if you want to. It's really easy. I just make mine on the stovetop. You could also put it in the crock pot if you want to, but the stovetop's just easier because, Or if you take it to a party, it'd be good to do it in a crock pot as well. But okay, next one is Next Year in Havana. This is by Chanel Clayton. This is a historical fiction book, and it takes place mostly in Havana, Cuba. There's a little bit in Miami as well. The main character is from Miami, and she is trying to fulfill her grandmother's dying wish that her ashes are spread over in Cuba, where she's from. So the interesting thing about this, though, is that trying to get somebody's ashes into Cuba was really hard. And she had to really sneak them in. It wasn't something that you could do very easily at that time. So this is a dual timeline. So it goes in between the present where she's trying to, do this for her grandmother. And then it also shows her grandmother's time in Cuba. So Fidel Castro is in here a whole lot in the present timeline because she is in this country and she's trying to navigate it, and she's seeing how corrupt everything is, and she's seeing how hard it is for the citizens there. And then you see what her grandmother went through as well. So it's really, really interesting. I did enjoy this book a lot. I think I listened to this one on audio too, and it was good. I did give it 4 stars. It wasn't anything, like mind blowing or like I couldn't put it down type thing, but it was, really interesting and it was good. So, I did enjoy it, and my heart really did break for the characters and what, some of the things that they had to go through in order to, just kind of live their lives. So, yeah. So I gave it 4 stars, and I did the floral cluster there with a gold arrow. Pretty easy peasy on that one. And then this next one I'll explain really quickly, and then I'm going to have to go into sharing mode because this is where it starts to cut off. This is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. This is another adult kind of a mystery thriller type of book, and it follows a woman who discovers that she is inheriting a house, and apparently it's a house that she spent some time in as a child, but she doesn't remember any of that, and she starts to learn some things about what happened in that house and the reality of her family that she has never really known. And so it's really like a lot of self-discovery about her. And then you also get a perspective from the family members that are still alive and the people who are living in the house and all this stuff. So it was really interesting. It took some twists and turns, definitely some crazy characters. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I gave this one 4 stars, but I'm going to come to you live here because it's about to cut out. So I will walk you through the rest of them live. Okay guys, so I'm really sorry that my camera cut out. I didn't have any idea. So I'm just gonna walk you through the last couple of books here so you didn't miss a ton. But I think I left off on this one was the last one that I was working on when my camera memory filled up. So this was The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, and I think I explained it already, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, and I just kept this one simple because it already had this floral print on it, so I just left that there, and then I added the little banner and a little thing that says Dream Home because it was about a home that was inherited, so I thought that would be a good thing to have on there. And then the next one was Tweet Cute. This is by Emma Lord, and this was a cute little young adult contemporary book, and it is about 2 teenagers who are in school together, and their families own restaurants, both of them. The girl's family owns like a big chain, like a burger place, and it's a big chain place. And then the boy's family owns like a little kind of neighborhood mom and pop sandwich shop. And there becomes this big feud between the 2 companies because it is kind of one of the companies is accused of stealing a recipe from the other one. And both of them decide to go on this kind of like a Twitter war type thing, and it's a whole social media stuff, and the 2 teenagers are the ones who are behind all the tweets and things, but they don't know that it's each other doing that. So this was super cute. I gave this one 4 stars. It wasn't mind-blowing, but it was adorable, and I really actually enjoyed it, which was kind of a big surprise that I enjoyed it so much, but I flew through it. I loved it. I loved the characters. I thought it was great. So I used this little scalloped die cut here that has flowers on it, and then this chipboard bird, which was really cute because, you know, it's about tweeting and stuff, so I thought that was cute. And then the last two, this one right here is When You See Me by Lisa Gardner. This was actually my first book by Lisa Gardner. She does do, I think, a couple of series. They're like mystery police detective type series, and this one includes characters from both of them, I believe, and it's kind of like a merger type thing. And you don't have to read all the other books in order to enjoy this one, because I have not read anything by Lisa Gardner before I picked this one up, and I really liked it. I gave it 4.5 stars actually. So it was really good, and it follows some murders that happen in a small town, and she is brought in, the lead detective in here is brought in to investigate that, and then she brings in another expert, which is from her other series. So it was really good. I really, really liked it a lot. Like I said, I gave it 4.5 stars. So definitely want to read some more Lisa Gardner for sure. This one was really good though. And again, you don't have to go in to it already having all that background knowledge. You can still enjoy it. So I put this really large floral die cut up here. It just kind of goes along with the colors of the book cover, and then I have a couple little strips of washi tape. This one says sleep is good, but books are better. So that's cute. And the last one I read is a little novella from Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's called Evidence of the Affair. This is one that's only available on Amazon Kindle. And it was just a little short story that follows a couple who are dealing with infidelity within their marriage. So it's actually two different couples, and the wife of one and the husband of the other couple find out that their spouses are having an affair together, and then they start corresponding about it. So 5 stars. I love everything that Taylor Jenkins Reid has written so far that I've read. I still have more of hers to read. I have quite a few books that I can read from her, but everything I've read so far has been 5 stars, including this one. I thought it was fantastic. It was a novella, so it was short, and still within that short time frame, she made me really care about the story and the characters, and I thought it was great. So for this one, I put a little die cut here that says Bliss, and a little very clear, you can't even really see it. Let me see if I can pull this out. It's a clear transparency, and it has a palm tree on it, if you can see that there. So it is outlined in white. It's just very hard to see, especially on camera. So since this has palm trees in it, I thought it would be kind of cool to add that in there. And that was the last book that I read in 2019. So that's everything I read in the month of December. Loved it. Had a good time reading all these books, and yeah, so that is it. I can't remember where December started. Yeah, I think, did it start here? Yeah, I think it started here with Last Breath. I think that was the first book I read. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Now I am going to do a closing page of this album, which I will film. So I will show you that, and then I will do a final flip through of the entire album as well. So those two things will be in the next video coming up for this album. So, and then that'll be it. But yeah, very excited. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, sorry for the whole memory card thing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.